Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel. Some say it is the best automotive related content on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube network. And I'm petting my shop dog Stella. She's got something that she's really interested in over there, so she's gonna go run, probably go chase a coyote, keep me safe. So we're working in the shop today, as we do almost every day. And you may have noticed this 1986 Toyota Land Cruiser in the backdrop of some of the prior videos. And I did a quick video on it about a month ago when it came in, and I haven't had time nor the diagnostic wherewithal to get it all diagnosed. So it's been sitting here and it's been frustrating me because I have tried a couple times when I had some free time. So the customer was driving the car, I think he went to baseball practice or softball practice, and then it wouldn't start, and it sat there for a couple days in an unscrupulous, shady neighborhood, had it towed in, and this is where it is. He thought it ran out of gas. This is an early model with carburetor. It has a DG, I think it's an AV, which is a 38 by 38 non-progressive Weber carburetor, and it has plenty of fuel. I can probably flood the engine with how much fuel it has. Plenty of fuel. It has no spark, and this is sort of an odd year. It doesn't have points. It is electronically electronic ignition. However, it's got the large distributor cap, and it has the Toyota specific igniter ignition here, which is this box here on the coil. And I thought, well, that's easy, I'll get this thing running. It was all corroded inside the distributor, but I did test the Hall effect sensor or the pickup coil, and it tested fine. And I thought, oh, that shouldn't be that hard. So I got another coil like this one here, put it in place and rewired it. Nothing. Tried another coil. So I tried the stock coil that came with, tested it, tested this one and another one. They all tested fine, but still no spark. I then bought a new pickup coil because the old one was really rusted and corroded. Where is it? Right here. It just looked bad. It was all corroded. I thought, well, maybe it is bad, or maybe the gap is wrong, or maybe it's just not sensing. It's just got a lot of white corrosion on there. So I replaced that, and still no difference. And I thought, well, what the hey? So I went and bought another distributor. Here we are with firing the parts cannon. Bought another distributor, came all the way from Malaysia. Didn't realize how rare this ignition system is, and it's a small cap type, and it doesn't interchange ohm-wise with this electronic ignition. I really wanted to keep this thing electronic ignition. I could put an FJ40 distributor in it with points from the 70s, but I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards. So let me show you what I got. Before I get to that, I wanted to say I also bought a GM igniter, HEI igniter off of like a 75 Chevy pickup, and there's a method or a recipe on the internet to hook this up to bypass the factory electronic ignition if the igniter is bad, and that didn't work. So plenty of fuel, plenty of compression, needs spark, not getting spark. And this is frustrating. I've been doing this for a while. I don't understand why I can't get spark. I can't get any spark at all. So I've opted to go with the complete one-wire HEI unit. Not really expensive. Everything else, if I wanted to replace the factory distributor and the factory ignition system, it's completely out of date, not in circulation, and used ones are thousands of dollars. And this was $88 for this HEI setup, and I think this was $50. So we're not into it a lot, but I still don't like buying parts that aren't needed. That doesn't happen very much, but for this one, it's been frustrating me. So I've got this one-wire hookup HEI. This engine that's in this Toyota Land Cruiser is called a 2F engine. It's a 4.2 liter. It is somewhat of a copy of a Chevrolet inline 6. And so that distributor fits the 250, 292, and the other straight 6 Chevrolet engines, as well as this Toyota. So that's probably why it's cheap. The problem is the spark plug wire connections. These are innies, and the HEI has outies. So I've got to change those over. So I'm hoping that I can pop this distributor in and we'll have spark finally, and that should get me going. Then once we get the spark thing figured out and get this thing running, the oil in this thing is a milkshake. It doesn't look too bad there, but it is creamy, and I am worried that this thing has got a blown head gasket. So he says it's been consuming coolant, and that's not good. So we're gonna get it running, change the oil, and see what we got. That's the plan. So this distributor's coming out, and the HEI is going in. Okay, as you see plainly in front of your eyes, Shop Dog Stella has changed position in the parking lot. We'll give her a little pat on the head for good luck. We've got the distributor into the Toyota FJ60. It's a 1986. I just put an HEI conversion in it. I think I did it right. So the old coil and igniter is disconnected. We have fuel to the fuel filter. I have hooked up the vacuum advance. It was tight getting this in here. It's got a really big head. The coil is on top here. The spark plug wires do not fit. These are for an innie cap, and these have an outie cap. I'm just jamming them on there, hoping they'll connect just to see if I can get it started. I had to disconnect this coolant line because it's right in the way of where the distributor cap now goes. I think I've got the firing order right. I've got the vacuum line hooked up. I had the key on, so the electric choke is off. So I'm going to pump it a couple times. That should be good. I can smell fuel. Let's turn the key on. Let's see what happens. Okay, we've got our battery light, charge light, and the brake lights are on there. I've got a remote starter 6000 hooked up here someplace. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, this is for all the marbles. Oh, just like that. Timing's a little off. I'm afraid to turn it though. Oh, I've got the timing lost. He's running. Sounds pretty good. What do we got going on here? I got some voltage. Alternator's charging. I don't see any oil pressure. I wonder if I got that drive in there all the way. I need to check that, and the tack isn't working. I expected that because there's a different wire for that. But we're running. I'm going to turn it off. I am a little worried about the oil pressure gauge. The way that distributor fit down in there, it may be not down all the way and not engaging the oil pump. I don't know. So I'm going to check that out. Okay, well now I can actually get it into the shop and work on it. That makes me so happy. This thing's been not a thorn in my side, but I don't know why I couldn't get spark out of all these. I don't get it. I don't know. Sometimes you just got to throw the hat in the ring. This HEI thing seems to be working good. I got to get the tack hooked up, some hoses and stuff switched around, and this thing's going to be a runner. Finally. Finally. Jeez Louise. It's taken a long time. Sometimes you just got to sit back and think about things and fix them. Be persistent.